I've always been really good about doing my routine mammograms. It was very rare that I would fall out of a window of getting that done because my grandmother had died of breast cancer when I was between 7 and 8 years old. So I knew that in April of 2020, it was time for my mammogram, and we were in the middle of the pandemic. In that, I went for my mammogram and they did find a new mass. And so the radiologist recommended that I come in a few days later to get an ultrasound. So I came in for the ultrasound and she did identify that yes, it was a new mass and that she was recommending for me to get a biopsy. So when Dr. Rowley walked in, and I knew almost instantly by the look on her face before she could ever say anything that it was not going to be a negative result. My daughter's 13, and 2 years prior, about 2.5 years ago, my husband, her dad, passed away unexpectedly. And the first thing when I got my diagnosis is not why me, because there's no good answer to that. You know, I'm an adult. I can deal with it. It was more of, why does she have to deal with this? Why does she have to have another parent who might be experiencing something that puts her into a state that makes her question whether we're going to be here for her? So I held off on telling her until I had some answers. And it was important to me to make sure that she understood that I was going to be okay and that I was going to live through this and it would be all right. After getting through with the chemo, so I check the box, this is how many treatments. I was very cautious because I didn't want my treatments delayed. I didn't want my final reconstructive surgery delayed in February. So I had certain things I was hitting as far as markers. And that was getting through the chemo, getting my first vaccination for COVID, getting through my last chemo, getting my second vaccination, and then having my final surgery. So after all that was done and I was through my 2 weeks, I would say that one of the best things I was able to do was hug my daughter and actually be in the presence of people for more than just what I was doing here at work. So that was a true gift.